Yeah, I'm done.
You are? Okay. Because I went in, I got hired and went to wardrobe, and I said, so who's the lead? And Rod says, well, there's this girl and I really love her, and she's going to be the part, but the studio doesn't know that yet. So I'm playing the game and I'm reading other people and reading, but Scout's going to do the part. You watch. And he loved you, he knew it, he was behind it, and a really great director, Blake Edwards, was like that. You know, when they know, they'll really come forward. A lot of the new directors go, well, okay, I'll do anything to get him in.
I mean, even your scene, like when we did the stuff with Kristina and I, it wasn't, no, we weren't camera testing, that was bullshit.
Yeah.
That was Rob. Yeah, he put us in wardrobe and put her in wardrobe, and we shot the scene, and I cut it.
That was a great idea.
He showed it to them and said, like, look guys, this is what the movie's gonna look like.
Yeah.
And that was how he would stop at nothing to make sure that
Rob actually told me that I was the very first girl that he saw on tape. He doesn't like to go in and meet the actors and audition them in person. He likes to see them on tape. And he said that I was the very first girl that he saw and that he wanted right off the bat. But I was the studio that was kind of a little hesitant about it.
Well, they were talking about, I had heard that there was a studio that wanted Brittany Snow, and I heard Leanne Rimes too.
What?
Exactly. Leanne Rimes and Brittany Snow were two people that came.
Whatever! We rest our case.
There you go.
You all worked in like horror and thriller movies. What draws you to work in horror versus comedy and drama? What appeals to you all about it?
The paycheck.
Yeah, I'm not really thinking.
I personally like it because it's much more of a ride. You know, comedy's fun and playing moms are fun.
This is hard work though.
And it's very, very hard work, but you know, you get to play these great arcs of characters. You just, as an actress, get to use a lot more of an emotional life, which for me personally is a high.
I'm coming from a theatrical background. I only ever did theater until I was like 23 or something. I think actually horror movies are kind of the closest to doing theater because you get to be in the moment. Yeah, you get to be in the moment and you get to do bigger things. Like you get to use your imagination more. You get to do things that you would never, that are not natural. Okay, it could be if you have a really shitty life. But they're not really, like you don't know, I don't think any of us really in real life has been chased by someone with a knife or strangled by somebody. And, okay, well, I'm not, so.
I get to kill people a lot.
But I think it's just, you know, sorry.
No, sorry. I killed John Savage 3 weeks ago. And for some reason, when people call me up to do horror, not Halloween 2, where I got killed, though you don't see it. But I do get to kill people a lot and wear a lot of makeup and things like that. And that's really fun because you can't kill people in real life.
But sure you can, Eileen.
And
just don't.
Sometimes you just let out primal scream.
At least not today. Don't do it today. Don't kill anybody today.
I won't kill anybody today. Maybe tomorrow. But don't say you heard it.
For all of you guys, was there anyone in either film that you were like starstruck about meeting when you first came on set with, like especially in the first film, everyone from every Rob Zombie movie ever, or like the caveman guy from Geico? Were you guys like really excited about working with any of those people?
Yes. I am a big fan of Chucky. I love Chucky so much. I have all the Chucky dolls, I have all the movies. I really want to get a tattoo of Chucky on my body. And I had no idea that Brad Dourif was the voice of Chucky until like halfway through filming. And I was so nervous working with him after I found out that he does the voice that I couldn't get the nerve to ask him to sign any of my things until the ending of shooting H2. That's how nervous I was. But yes, no, Brad Dourif, starstruck. I think I was starstruck meeting Rob.
Right, that too.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd say probably Rob. I'm just scared of really smart. Like, he just has such a dominant energy. And even though it's not once you get to know him, you know, but he's just so, like, you can't fuck with him, you know what I mean? And he can read you really quickly.
I fuck.
Well, okay.
I think for me it would be Elizabeth Taylor. She's just an icon, and to walk on the set with Elizabeth Taylor, it's almost like, are you going to get down and bow, or are you going to get some lip, you know?
Is she calling me?
No, no.
We're just talking about random people. I worked with, right when I turned 8, it was right after Halloween, I did a movie with Joe Pesci called Love Ranch, and Helen Mirren was in it, and she is phenomenal, and I was definitely starstruck towards meeting her. I mean, she's a blessing to work with. But
I just worked with Leah Thompson, and I'm a huge Back to the Future geek. So I played her daughter. So nice. I didn't get to do any scenes with her. And John Shea. You worked with John Shea before? I love John Shea. So I just met her in the hallway. I was like, nice to meet you. But I didn't have the nerve to bring my DVDs either. I wanted to get them signed, but I'll send them to the producer and have him give them to her.
I think I guess the closest that would probably is Steve Buscemi would be mine. But he's actually, you know, he's not very warm. I mean, he's really, really withheld. He's just really, you know, he doesn't talk very much. But he's cool. He's a good actor.
I got to work with the great Max Van Sydow, and I mean, that's just an experience I'll never forget. What an amazing, awesome person. And the interesting thing is now he's grown into his age, that they used the makeup on The Exorcist, and now he looks like the dude, but he was a young guy then. And he was just awesome. I used to lie in that bed and just watch him work, and that was incredible.
Question?
This one's actually for me. You know, you've had a very robust career that's, you know, covered a few generations. Which movies do you find that people are citing the most when they meet you, and you know, how is that different from generation to generation that's coming up to talk to you?
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, obviously, E.T. crosses all the generations, and every time I walk on stage, that's the music they play. They do not play the theme from hell. But, you know, when people come to my table, it's an equal toss-up, really, between Joe and Ellen, and E.T., and then the Frighteners and Critters come in right out of the middle. So yeah, it really is. I mean, you go to Disneyland, it's E.T. You know, you come here, it's for the worst. Not so much.
I have a question for Danielle.
Yeah.
How did you like being working on Boy Meets World a long time ago?
Boy Meets World. I did one episode, guys. Everyone's seen that damn show. Boy Meets World. I had auditioned for that show 12 times before I actually got a job on it. But everyone I knew in LA was auditioning for it because it was our age. So it was fun, you know. I played a lot of those girls, those like tough girl, bad girl, you know. Ben Savage was really young. He was like 13, I think I was 17 or 18, and he was freaked out to kiss me. I had to like kiss him really quick, and every time in rehearsals I would go in for it, and he would do this. So,
Whatever.
I know, he was scared of me.
And therein lies the difference between TV and film. Film producers or directors usually know exactly what they want. TV producers and directors, not so much. It's just pretty silly.
For any of the people that had an encounter with Tyler Mane as Michael Myers, what was the scariest scene or like scariest part that you guys had dealing with Tyler Mane?
What was the scariest part?
What was the scariest part of working with Tyler? Oh, there wasn't anything scary with me working with Tyler. He was so nice. He was just so so sweet. I guess if you've seen the scene, it was just funny, I guess, when I turned around and he's so big and I'm so small, and I turned around and he was there with this knife, just ready to kill me, and I just slid down on the floor. That was scary, but he is such a nice guy that it's hard to make that transition.
I think the one thing that caught me off guard when I was working with him was they built this little sort of, when I'm coming up from the stairs in the very first one and I fall into the pool, they built like this little shed thing for us to both fit into, hunched over, and then come out. And I was getting into my moment, and I forgot that Tyler has to be in there with me. So I was getting into my moment, and Rob was taking a really long fucking time to yell action for some reason. So I was really, really into my emotions, and we turned around, and Tyler's there with the mask, and I literally screamed. I got really freaked out for some reason. I don't know why. And I don't know, with Tyler, you have to run, but you have to run slow. So that was another thing. I don't know, Tyler's like a big teddy bear, so it's not really anything to be afraid of. It's more of like bickering between a brother and a sister. Like we give each other a hard time all